All right, I'm here with Cathy Fang, who's running for City Council, Place 3 in Plano. We're in the middle of early voting now for the runoff election. Thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you for giving me the chance to introduce myself to the people.
Why don't you do just that, Cathy, and just take a minute or so to introduce yourself and tell us why you're running.
Okay. My name is Cathy Fang, and I came to the United States in 1977 for graduate school. I went to Denton, North Texas State University for MBA in accounting. After I graduated, I received a CPA license in 1982 and worked for corporation a few years. Then I started to have my own CPA practice. My practice is in Richardson for 15 years. Then I relocated to Plano because I live in Plano since 1983. I call it my hometown, and I want to work close to my home. As a homeowner, small business owner, and a CPA, I have realized now is the tough time. The economic downturn is not only for Plano, but also for the worldwide economy. And as I see people lost job and have difficulty, and all the small business is struggle, and my own office condo, the appraisal value in last year increased about 20%. I think it's about time I set aside some time to run for city council because I want to make a difference, and I want the government be financially responsible just as individual. Like individual, if you make less money, then you set priority to see what expense you have to pay and what expense you can cut back or wait. I think the government has to do that. We all like to spend money, but can we afford it? I do not think borrow from future and leave the debt to your children or children's children is fair.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That's going to lead us good into the first question I want to ask you, if I may. I did notice that sales tax revenue for last month is turned around, and Plano has actually had an increase over last year. It looks like it's starting to chip away. Maybe not. The economy is going to get brighter. But how do you see your role on the city council, if you're elected to the city council, in helping Plano position itself to take part in any future prosperity? Now, there's some aging infrastructure here. There's some aging shopping centers. What can you do as part of the Plano City Council to help Plano continue to be a major city?
I believe because I'm new to the city of Plano, at least to the city government, so I have open mind and I have talked with people to see what they want the city to do for them. For example, like the Collin Creek Mall, like everybody talk about Collin Creek Mall is a lost business. How should we do that? I talked with a lot of citizens in the Plano, and they told me what they think is Plano need. The city government may start talk with individual investor, like make that a fun place. People not go to there for shopping, but they can bring their kids to there, have a playground or movie theater, all those things make people go to shopping and stay there longer, so they'll spend more money there. So what I can offer is I will talk to the citizen, and I have open mind to listen to people, and I will gather information and work with other city council members. I'm aware I'm only one of the city council when I elect. I don't think I can be the Lone Ranger, do everything by myself. I need to do that with other city council members. I'm a team player. But, I think I can bring some new idea to there. Like, although I haven't volunteered for a long time, but I have new idea, I can contribute.
Thank you. One of the issues that we hear a lot about is there's a frustration among a lot of Plano taxpayers over DART and the availability of DART to them. They feel like they've been paying for DART for many, many years, And now that the train is here, they can't use it because the parking lots are full with people from surrounding areas. What is your take on that whole issue? What do you think some of the possible solutions are? And what do you think you can do as a member of the City Council to try to help DART expand its reach so that it's doesn't end in Plano?
I think I'm glad you asked this question because I have been asked by people, by citizens, say, about this DART. And I have think about that. I believe us, a city, we need to start to think about the citizen. I mean, if Plano is the city, pay 1% to DART, and we should have some privilege from that 1% we pay. If I become a city council, I think I'll work with other city council members, see if we can issue parking permit to the citizen of Plano. I mean, I welcome other cities people to take DART, but they might have to pay parking. And also, let's say combined effort, we need to talk to other cities to see if they are willing to have DART go to north, like go to McKinney, Allen, or other city north of Plano. But that's not city Plano can determine. And also, I think this issue will take a lot of time to solve. Now, even we decide to pull out of DART, we cannot just stop the 1% right away. So maybe charge parking fee is the first solution, the short-term solution for this.
Okay, thank you. For at least a generation, and more likely two, the City Council and the City of Plano has worked hard with the citizens in the Douglas community to help them get a community identity and to revitalize the neighborhood. And part of that has been the building of the Douglas Community Center. It finds itself right now in the midst of budget crunches, and there's some thoughts going around about transferring the management of the community center to an outside group. What are your thoughts on that whole issue?
I think I will not dodge the question. I don't like that. I think although I know right now City Plano is tight of money, but I think Douglas Community Center is more than just a community center. It's very important to the people live in the west part of Plano. I think if at all possible, I want to keep the community center open. I'm aware if City of Plano transfer to a private industry, then they might consider how much money they can bring in. And that might be difficult for some people in there. I have people come to me and say, why in the west of Plano they have so many community centers, but east cannot keep that one? So, I mean, I think although I'm a thinking person, very reasonable, but for this Douglas Community Center, I think I kind of agree with them. We should at least keep a community center in the east side of Plano.
Well, thank you very much. We're almost out of time. I don't know if I could do justice to the last question. We've got less than a minute. But my question would be, as Plano has grown, it had gotten a reputation nationwide. There's been a lot of articles written about that it was kind of a cultural wasteland. It was monochromatic. It's obviously become much more diverse. Mm-hmm. Your candidacy is proof of that. What can the City Council do in 30 seconds? Can you help us? What can the City Council do to help build a cultural identity or improve the cultural quality of living in Plano?
I think when you talk about culture, that's not necessary to spend money. I don't like spend money. I think if City of Plano initiate some contact with other countries, invite them come by, they might be willing to pay their airline ticket and all the expense come to the States to promote their culture. So I think we just need to work and think about how to do that, not just think about spend money. Culture is not necessary build on money, spend money.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate you taking the time. We are out of time right now. Thank you, Cathy.